Hi, I'm Kendra. I'm 16 years old and I'm American. I'm a student in Indonesia. So basically, my parents felt that God were calling them to Indonesia. Well, first we moved to Bangladesh and they felt that God was calling them there. But then they felt like God was calling them away from Bangladesh into some other country. One of our pastors in our church in America, he was on the board for Corbin University in Oregon, which is connected to UPH. My mom looked into it and then applied to teach it as a nurse there. And then my dad searched for teaching jobs nearby, and then discovered the whole Yayasan group and the connection to SPH with UPH. And then they both got jobs, and then we moved to Indonesia. And we've been living in Indonesia for 3 years now. So like I said before, I also lived in Bangladesh for 2 years prior to living in Indonesia. I really enjoy living here because it's really cultured, yet it's also modernized at the same time. Obviously there are parts of it that aren't enjoyable, like traffic and like pollution and stuff, but the people here are really genuine, and there's a lot of fascinating history to be learned and experienced here, and it's really just cultured, and you can really see that with the people. There are some similarities with America, like the modernized aspect of it all, but the main difference between them is what they believe in their lifestyle, which I think is really unique. To be honest, I don't really consider any country to be my home because I have like family in each country that I've lived in, and part of my heart has been left in every country that I've lived in, so I don't necessarily have a country that I consider home. But technically, since I was born in America, I guess it's my home country. But yeah, I don't know. The countries that I've lived in have kind of shaped my identity because I've learned a lot from each of the cultures there, and I've grown to have a more open mindset and to just be more accepting of other people and their new ideas. I don't feel disconnected from the culture in America because of the fact that there's internet and like television and stuff, and the world is becoming more modernized and westernized, that I don't really feel disconnected from it. I feel more disconnected from my friends and family that I have in America that I left in 6th grade because I missed a really big part of their lives. Since I missed 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade, I missed a major growing period of their lives. And since I missed that, sometimes I feel disconnected with them because we didn't share the same experiences, and like they haven't experienced the same stuff I had. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, and we didn't experience the same things, and so sometimes I feel disconnected with them because we just miss key changes in our lives together. But I don't feel disconnected from American culture because you can see it everywhere, basically. I suppose being able to live in 4 countries as an expat has helped me to grow more open-minded, like I said before, and just become more cultured and knowledgeable of the world. When you tend to live in one place for like your whole life, you don't travel around, you tend to get into one mindset of everything, everywhere is like the place that you live in. You just think of like Africa and Asia as like these far-off countries, and because they're far off, they're not really relevant to anything. But because I am an expatriate and I've lived in these foreign countries, I've really learned a lot, and my mindset and my mentality towards the world has grown from the different cultures that I've been able to experience. Just living in different countries puts the world into perspective and helps you to understand the ways of living and thinking in other parts of the world. Being an expatriate has definitely helped me to see the world through a different lens, which I might not have been able to experience if I had stayed in America. So that's one thing that I'm thankful for, being an expatriate in foreign countries.